guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty 33 here, aka Crystal with a C. Back at you with another video, but if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. I try to put out at least 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reactions, reviews, vlog videos. And so if you're interested in any of those things, make sure you check out my prior videos. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. And you do that by hitting the red button below and making sure you hit the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. So you guys, today, oh my goodness, today has already been a long day and it's only 1:30 p.m. So, but I've been up since like 4:35 this morning. So I had some things to do. They are done. God bless. I just finished up filming another video, so hopefully that will be out to you guys next week. And this today is going to be actually a reaction video. I'm not in my onesie, but again, I just got back from doing some things, so don't feel like changing into my onesie, though that's probably what I am going to be changing into after I film these few videos, but I'm not doing that yet. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to be doing a reaction video today, and it is going to be to The Gifted Season 2, Episode 5, called Aftermath. So just want to do a brief recap of Episode 4, Outmatched. And so with that particular episode, from what I remember anyway, you had, essentially, they were trying to go into, it was like a psych ward from what I remember, because this has been a few weeks now. They were trying to go into a psych ward because the inner circle were going into the psych ward. They had no idea why, what they were doing there. And so the underground made a decision that they were going to go ahead and go into the psych facility, and it's apparently where Lorna was held when she was a teenager for a period of time. And they wanted to intercept the inner circle and see if they could again appeal to Lorna and Andy and see if they could bring them home. Lauren was very active in wanting to do that, and so she essentially, begged her parents to allow them to let her go on the mission. In the meantime, you've got Reed and you've got Caitlin. They are torturing, what's the guy's name? Wire. The guy Wire, we found out he died, which I already knew he died after they talked to him and the inner circle came and killed him. But you had Wire's brother, who also has a very similar ability to him, and so they kidnapped him and wanted him to help them break into the system of the psych facility and find out what the inner circle was up to. And ended up, like, Caitlin dosed him with some medications, made him detox real quick, brought him down, and then she started, making him get high. So it just was really overboard. It was just very shocking to kind of see her do that. Like, you really got it, like, especially when they showed the flashback of, why she feels the way she does about Andy. So you get it, but it's just like, man, like, don't lose your character trying to, trying to get your son back. Don't do that, because it's like, again, what makes you any different than the inner circle if you're willing to go to such extremes for something you want? You don't understand that Reva is doing the same thing essentially, and she can justify it, so anybody can essentially justify, doing certain things to get what they want. And so you really saw Caitlin, that side of Caitlin, doing that. And again, being in denial about Andy, saying that they're not going to give up on Andy. And in the end, it just came down to, it was a showdown between Lauren and Andy like beat Lauren essentially, and really injured her. And so we'll find out, is like, as far as how injured, probably this episode, how injured Lauren is. Hopefully not too bad. But it was just really sad at the end too, because you have Reed, who is not really wanting to deal with his abilities. He's trying to self-medicate. And then that scene at the end was just so sad to me, like, essentially where, like, Reed was trying to comfort his wife because they're trying to come to acceptance of the fact that Andy is gone essentially, and like then his abilities start manifesting and he has to let go of his wife. And so it's just like so much going on at once. You have the whole other storyline with Jace, who's now coming in league with the Purifiers, even though that is really against what he stands for. So that's pretty much it as far as that episode from what I can recall off the top of my head right now. So without further ado, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into this episode 5, Aftermath, and I will see you on the other side with my review and observations. Bye, guys. Let's see. Present day. Oh, yeah. Right up. How is she? She
We barely made it out of there. The police showed up and patients were running around everywhere. I got more mutants in the car right now. One of them's injured. Go. We got more.
She awake? Yeah, she's awake. Okay.
Open your eyes.
Maybe a concussion, but
I need some help.
Call me.
I think she's realizing that she almost lost her daughter trying to save her son. That's crazy.
Wow. Some kind of acid.
Get the others in room 2. We need a doctor.
Released mentally unstable, violent mutants.
Oh, yeah, with voice papers. Wow. You done lost your wife, man.
Terrorism. They take hostages. They force them to make some bogus confession. They are terrorists. And let's talk about the so-called victims at the mental hospital. These people were locked up for a reason. They're capable of horrific.
This is bad. We can't keep this many here. We haven't got enough supplies. We don't have anywhere anyone can sleep.
What about the Morlocks?
Oh, Morlocks.
You're not serious.
Who are they? Mutant group. They live underground.
Yeah, in the sewers.
That's what air fresheners
Freshener.
Oh, God.
Okay, Clarice, John doesn't trust her.
He helped us. It may not be ideal, but it might be the only thing to keep these people safe.
True. For now, anyway.
Andy, you should be proud.
Why your hair like that?
It was a total
Warner,
success.
like-
Not quite. We need to talk about our guest.
Yeah, who'd y'all steal?
She hasn't spoken since she got here. That's a big problem. She's the key to Riva's next step.
What'd you guys expect? She's been locked up for years.
He's right. Imagine what's going on in her head. We don't need to. We can see for ourselves. Landing on us. Do you want to tell Riva her new weapon is a dud?
Maybe you should stop calling her a weapon. I mean, she is a person. You could try treating her like one.
Excuse me?
You cover her in wires. You talk about her like she's a thing. What do you expect?
Andy, I've seen what happens to people who get locked up in those places, and sometimes there's no coming back.
Well, I mean,
Can I talk to her?
yeah, you could talk to her like she's a person, though. I mean, he has a point.
Knock yourself out.
I bet you he'll get through to us.
Go do something. I can't do a needle decompression if I can't touch it. Give me a needle. I'll do it.
John, you can't.
Just tell me what to do.
Pass it.
I'm not gonna let him die. Give me a damn needle. Between the second and
John.
third wrist. Lower. Right there. Yeah.
John!
I've never seen you like this.
It's okay.
I feel like he's failed.
Damage less. Heal fast.
I don't need a lesson in mutant medicine. I'm asking about you.
I keep screwing
Yeah,
up.
for the first time,
Lost
Caitlin.
the Atlanta station. I lost Andy and Lorna. And when we found out about the mental hospital, I thought they would.
No, you didn't.
You can redeem yourself. Listen, what I said earlier. That wasn't fair. This isn't your fault. No,
Yeah, it
it's
wasn't.
not. None of it.
It's
I
not.
said,
Michael, I hate to ask you this right now, but we have some questions about the hospital. Is that okay? The people behind the attack, they took someone from the room 2 doors down from yours. Do you know who it was? I think her name was Rebecca.
do you know anything else where she's from? What you could do?
We were down there because the collars didn't work on us. Acid ate through mine. Oh, no. They kept her locked up tighter than anyone. Drugged her. Never let her out. Even Shrek felt bad about it.
Psychiatrist.
Her name was Dr. Taylor, I think. She was kind. I'll take them. But first, you're going to help me.
I mean, what else you need from Clarice?
Listen, but you know that this place is kind of like my new family. You can be a part of that too, if you want. Inside out, huh? My name's Andy.
Rebecca.
That's weird.
Jace!
Well, the mutants that escaped from the mental hospital are fugitives. How about helping to round them up? Isn't that Sentinel Service's job?
Sentinel Service's job is to cover their own asses, believe me. The mutants in the hospital are dangerous.
Jace gonna sell them out
Somebody
now.
needs to get them off the streets.
How do we do that?
Well, on the news it said that some of them were injured. They're going to be looking for a place to get treated. You go to all the mutant-friendly clinics, hospitals, you find the fugitives, you turn them in, and you show everybody that the Purifier is a part of the solution.
Wow.
You really think that'll work?
I don't think it will. I know it will.
Look at Jace giving tactical advice to the enemy.
Hangs out?
Andy, I was in one of those places. When you leave, it takes time to adjust, okay? You can't just...
Hey, you want her to fight for our freedom, right? But what about her freedom? Is she allowed to have it?
Be careful.
Believe in dreams. I believe in cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
How's he doing?
I ain't had cornflakes in
Replacing the
years.
needle
Not my
blast.
cereal of choice.
He might need surgery.
Oh, shoot. The Purifier.
Too much here. A groove.
Oh, no.
Might be purifiers. We gotta get all the mutant patients and hide them now. Here, grab that blanket. We'll put them in the secret room.
Check it out. You wanna have some fun?
What are you doing? Leave people around here alone. See, she probably crazy, bro.
What are we doing exactly?
Oh.
2564 requesting assistance.
Are you crazy? Those are cops.
I know. I hate cops. Now you.
No.
Come on, I showed you mine.
Now she's a bad influence on him. Right.
Okay, that's freaking awesome.
Tell him.
His lung function's better. I think I'll make it.
Did she just lie? I figure she did just lie. He don't look good.
No.
I'm sorry, John. The damage was too great.
Clarice is a name for a human. Tell me this. What can you do?
You know what I can do?
Tell me.
I portal. I blink from place to place.
Blink. I like that.
All crazy. And he scored a win for the team. Wow. Why Morgan look salty? Like, why she look like that? I wonder. Might be something I didn't pick up on.
Hey,
You gotta
it's
figure
Jace.
something out.
Patient files from the clinic? I think I may have found something. We're gonna hit them where they live.
So that was episode 5 of the Gifted season 2 called Aftermath. So in this episode, you do see the aftermath of everything that happened and kind of the repercussions of every one of the mutants that are broken out of the facility, because in a sense, it kind of creates more issues and more things that both the inner circle and the underground have to deal with. For the inner circle, they have to deal with one mutant because their focus in breaking the mutants out wasn't to break the mutants out, it was to get this one mutant. But it's almost like the underground has to clean up the mess that's made by the inner circle, because they accomplished their objective. They were able to get this mutant Rebecca out of the mental health facility. And then, the underground decided to help these other mutants and, try to make sure that they were all safe, to manage their injuries and relocate them. And so it just kind of created more issues, because now everybody's looking for them. It's all televised. So now they have to try to figure out a way to hide these mutants and to get them to safety. So Clarice decides to utilize the resources of the Morlocks who are underground in order to do that. So you saw that. You didn't really see much of Reed or Lauren in this episode, but you did see a heart-to-heart between Caitlin and Johnny, and you just really Johnny opens up to Caitlin in a way that he has not yet opened up really to Clarice. Just to be honest about the fact that I think maybe he did have a moment where he did talk to Clarice about, his feelings about feeling like he failed with he did have a moment in one of the prior episodes where he talked about he felt like he failed as far as the Atlanta station and other things that had transpired. And even we saw those flashbacks with his best friend in season 1. So it just feels like Johnny just feels like he hasn't been able to get a win, essentially. And so he just really expresses that to Caitlin, and Caitlin is, really open enough to really hear and receive that. So that was really good. I enjoyed that moment between them, because she sees that Johnny is pushing really hard, and essentially it's like everybody is depending on Johnny because he's the leader, and he just feels like he can't get it right. Every time they go out, it's like they come back with a new problem, essentially. So you see that, you meet the other mutant Michael who they're trying to save. Pretty cool guy, but that power definitely sucked. Having your blood and skin be acidic in nature, that is horrible. So we met Michael, and Michael ended up dying in this episode. You see Jace is combining with the Purifiers, and he's giving them tactical advice about how they're going to actually be able to win against the mutant underground. So it's for the underground, they're having to deal with kickback from the Purifiers now, led by Jace Turner now, and then they're still trying to figure out what the plan is of the inner circle. Who is this mutant that they broke out? What can she do? What is their plan? They're still trying to figure out all these variables. So it's just a lot that's going on. But it was a really good episode. I did enjoy it. So I do apologize if there's some. I had to apologize every reaction. I have to apologize every reaction because something inevitably goes wrong with my recording. So the copy that I originally found, it kept stopping and starting. So it was a lot of pausing. So I had to kind of get out of this and then try to find another copy that didn't, that would flow. So some of the reaction might be cut up because of that. So again, just be understanding of that. But I do hope you guys still enjoyed it overall, that it was still, you still enjoy the reaction. So that's pretty much it for this episode. So I look forward to seeing episode 6 next week, I guess. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Also, what do you think about Rebecca and Andy? I didn't necessarily see that coming at the beginning of the episode, as far as Andy being the one that was going to get through to her. I saw it as far as the way he was looking versus, the Frost sisters and versus Lorna. Now, that's a question, too. I wonder, why does Lorna look so salty? Why does she, I don't know, there might, y'all, I'm a bit tired. I'm gonna say that too. I'm a bit tired. I've been up since like 4:30 this morning and didn't get much sleep. So there might have been some things that I didn't pick up on, and maybe I'll pick up on them when I do edit and go back through. But I don't understand like why Lorna was looking so salty. Like basically the entire episode, every time it came to anything pertaining to Rebecca, Lorna looked kind of salty. So I don't know what that's all about, but maybe I'll get more insight when I watch it back again. But again, you guys, I thank you for watching. Make sure before you leave this video, you subscribe to my channel. Again, you do that by hitting that red button below and making sure you hit the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my